Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom. And we're live online with Kaci. Looking out my window, baby, I should go. Something always pull me back. Woo! Yeah, baby.
Okay, so I got a little thing I want to talk about. I was just in there washing my chicken because I'm baking some chicken. And in the midst of baking my chicken, what if chicken knew that they had a purpose? You know, like as a human being, I know that I have a purpose. Might not like my purpose, might even fight my purpose. But that does not mean that I do not have a purpose. And I don't know why, because I never talk about food and veganism or people that's against meat eaters or whatever the case may be. I normally just, play it cool. But for whatever reason, because I always hear people talk about, well, I just think about the way the animals feel when they getting killed to fulfill their purpose, for real. And I just don't want to feel that energy. And I get it. But today, my mind was like, people fight their purpose all the time. It's somebody right now crying, kicking and screaming because God is trying to lead them in a way that they don't want to goddamn leave whatever it is that's going to be left behind. And that's somebody fighting their purpose. That doesn't mean that it's not their purpose. All that means is they might not have accepted it yet. And, this is going to be really good, for real. Just because you don't accept what's meant for you doesn't mean it's not meant for you. Just because you can't grasp it, comprehend it, don't want to deal with it, it doesn't mean that it's going to change anything. And it's crazy because when I'm talking about being a meat eater, I like meat. I like chicken. I like steak, nigga. I eat pork ribs. Beef ribs can sometimes be too tough. But I remember somebody saying a while back, like, about eating meat and how the animals suffer and da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, well, what if that animal understood or realized its purpose and understood that when it sacrificed, when it was slaughtered, that it was fulfilling a purpose that was bigger than itself because of the food chain. Like, animals eat other animals. Ants eat other goddamn bugs. Every other animal on this planet eats something else. Well, almost every animal. The ones that are not exclusively plant eaters. And they only hunt based on need, but based on the amount of people, you can never really have an overabundance of meat, for real. And then it'd be crazy because I'd be thinking like, well, when you kill that plant to eat it, that's just no different than killing the motherfucking cow or killing the goddamn chicken. That plant is living. It's breathing. It's helping us breathe. So when you kill that plant, it's no different than killing an animal, if you ask me. And I believe also that the same way it is different species of animals that eat different types of things, there are different species of humans that are created and meant to eat different types of things. It's just crazy because we always find people that's trying to put everybody in a box instead of letting everybody have their own free choice. I've never understood that about the government or about people. But people do it because the government do it. So if the government is leading that way, then people will begin to do it too. But when you try to control everybody's whole life, it's not going to be healthy because we don't need a whole bunch of the same person. We need everybody to be themselves the way God created them to be specifically and to fulfill their purpose, no matter if they're kicking and screaming. And some people accept it. When I think about animals dying for the bigger picture, the same way we transition, expire eventually, and it's for the bigger picture. When we die to ourselves, like when we stop trying to do what the fuck we want to do, and when we live for a purpose, when we live for something that is beyond us, a lot of times it starts with kicking and screaming. A lot of times it starts with, I really don't want to do this. God, why me? Oh no, can you choose somebody else to do it? The shit don't never really start like, I'm so happy to go live my purpose and stop doing everything that I was doing. It's most of the time it's not like that. And that's the part that I want people to think about in the concept of not just meat, not just animals dying, but in the whole grand scheme of the bigger picture of fulfilling your purpose. Because if the awareness, well, first off, let's just say all animals communicate amongst each other. They all have different ways of communication, and the intellectual capacity are all different too. So animals may comprehend purpose, they may not. But if animals did comprehend purpose, you never understand that could be them understanding their purpose. Just like a tree's purpose is to help the ecosystem. The animal's purpose is to help the ecosystem. The human's purpose is to help the ecosystem. But are we willing to accept it? What is your part in the bigger picture plan? Can you accept that? That's the question that we got to ask. I don't know, that was just something that was on my mind. So I was just thinking like, well, what if they thought it was their purpose and they kick and scream like we kick and scream when we don't want to do what God wants us to do? All right, that's it.
Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci, Dr. Kaci to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently became an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better. And for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way and whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.